I just think that if you have lots of small trains, it's going to get hard to manage those trains. It's going to grow out of control pretty quick. Like, even though you don't have to pay for them, you don't have fuel that's concerns, you're still going to have to program each train.
Yeah, I kind of, like I said, I kind of want to do like, take like this patch, like that patch. We mine there, we smelt there, we make iron ores there, and then those iron ores go to make belts, and then combine with, say, this patch and this patch, which are making arms or whatever. Those two combine to then make red. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm thinking of. And that way we have the network of trains is very small. You know, these two trains are only delivering to one point here, you know, to combine with that, and then that goes off to science. Whereas instead of having them all loop into one spot and then deploy from there. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Al.
You want to be reusing the same train tracks, the most that you can.
See, I think that's where we're getting into problems. I think we're getting into problems with the number of trains and the length of trains, and limiting our train systems to small cells will help us. You know, trains will never have to go over other tracks.
Oh yeah, they'll go. I mean, they'll be in small loops where they limited go over other tracks, but you want them to use the same track. You have like an 8-lane highway or whatever that you have your trains on, and that run is kind of like a main, you know, just like highways in real life, the main highway that runs all the way through the map, and then you have them going off at separate sections.
I don't like that because on a real highway, there's extra lanes and people can pass each other and stuff. On this, if a train stops
extra lanes and pass each other.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's easier just to have little small cellular devices than having highways. It's going to take more materials and stuff, but I think it'll be better for us in the long run.
So that's how I would do it. I mean, you can fit an 8-lane highway that goes all the way through.
Yeah, but again, if a train's on the left side, it has to cut off every single rail to get to the right side to pull off. Whereas in real life, a car can, you know, make sure it's in the right lane beforehand and do better pathfinding.
Well, I mean, the trains can adapt to, if you have switches every so often, they can get in the correct line.
I don't think they do until the end, and even if they do, then what's stopping them all from staying on the right side for the whole length if they have to get off on the right at the end? You know, I don't think that they pathfind like that.
I don't know. I think you can have them so they can pathfind like that, where if there's a train in the way, it'll go onto the next track. Take the shortest route, or the fastest route, not the shortest.
Go on, Mac. Yeah, I don't. I think yes, they will, but that then might cut off other trains, and they might go around that train and back onto the right hand side. And if they're all going to stick on the right, you know, I don't know. I don't think. I get what you're saying, Al, but if we have everything making say, you know, red science right in this square right here. I know obviously there's extra stuff in here. And then we just have red science going out somewhere else, then we don't have any spaghetti. We just only have the science output. And we have another science output from here. You know what I mean? We have greens coming from over here and blues over here, whatever it is. Instead of having, you know, all these feed smeltery here and here, and then that has to go branch out like a spider to all these, you know what I mean? That's kind of what I, or, you know, they all get into one central area and then that branches out like a spider. I think that's, we having fun with these things?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what was our problem last time, personally. Oh, you weren't talking about trains? We're trying to do something similar to last time, but I think we're trying to
better it.
I think we need to be planning better.
We're taking what we learned from last time to try to actually do it well.
Yeah, I'm talking about non-central everything, basically. Like I said, little cellular blips for every single thing that are all, you know, close together and for the one thing you're making in that area, basically.
But ideally, about the train pathing, if a block is occupied, but there's an option to take the block next to it that isn't occupied, it will take the block next to it, even if it's not the shortest route.
I get that, but then you have something taking that, and if there's another train, then it has to avoid that. You know what I mean? And we end up with this big crisscross of trains trying to pass through each other. If it's a big highway.
The pathfinding update they did, H-Man?
I have not. Do you have a link?
I don't think that terribly changes too much, does it?
It was mostly efficiency stuff, but it did change the way it prioritizes which blocks they choose to go into. It was one of the Fun Fact Fridays, H-Man.
Gotcha. Maybe the wiki has the answer.
I don't doubt that they will try and pathfind around, but I think that that is going to cost us time and stuff still anyway. You know, I don't think that's a foolproof ending. Point to point and hub and spoke. Yeah, I'm envisioning more of the hub and spoke, but each little tiny circle on the hub and spoke would be its own hub and spoke that doesn't interfere with any other ones. But I don't know. I'll have to figure it out.
See, I'm a hub and spoke guy all the way. Having centralized logistics centers is, I think, a much more efficient way to do it. Because the idea is you don't have trains crisscrossing over each other because they all go to the same intermediate stop instead of going to the end of the line. And then
that's the idea, isn't it? To have all the raw resources going into a center, and then the trains running the raw resources out to where they need to go. Have the raw resources made into the items, and then the items getting trained to where they need to go. It's kind of limiting. So there's no. The idea is to eliminate all the middleman items.
I'm not really in love with that, to be honest, but
I get what you're saying, but instead you'd have the train. So there'd be multiple hubs, right? And then they go to wherever they need to go, and then you have the train go deliver the raw resources, but pick up the completed resources and bring them back to the hub as well. And then another train from the hub would go all the way out to where it needs to go.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's a lot of train pathing and trying to, you know, manage trains still, you know.
Having empty trains is no. Trains should be filled on their way there and their way back. And then the hub, you have lines, because you don't need a separate train for every type of material. You can have them fill up with 100 different materials in one train. One stack of different things. So it doesn't matter, because that's what the hub is for, to sort out and separate and get them going the right way. That's the whole point of the hub. So you have a mixed train come in. You're not just doing like we were doing last time, where it's like the whole train's going to be all this. Or this whole car is going to be all.
We
this.
did.
We were doing mixed trains. It's too many trains. It's too many trains. It's too long, and it's too much of a cluster in the center. That's why I don't want to do a center.
Well, that's why you have multiple centers. What you're describing, I think, is this is what I'm kind of describing, what Owl posted. And of course it has nothing to do with Factorio, but it's a good diagram.
I agree with that to a degree, but I think the general manager in the center should be science, consumable science. And then the directors would be making science. And then the managers would be making the sub-items we need for the science. And we have a branch off of that, which would be making the individual ores. But they would never cross. We would only have one direction. It would always be moving towards the center, no matter where it is. It never is going back. It's never doing anything else. This is what Owl posted, by the way.
I think you're gonna run into some space issues.
I don't think so. We got as much space as we need.
I'm trying to get them all. That's a lot of different rail. Because, if every single thing branches out multiple times, it's going to be, those are going to be big stations. That's going to be a lot of space to get. Every train has a separate, if it branches off that many times.
It wouldn't be really branching off. It would be combining. Everything's going towards that center point. Nothing's coming away from that center point.
No, I know, but I'm saying I'm looking at it from the center point going outwards.
No, I'm looking at the center point going inward.
What? The center point going... I see what you mean.
The center point would be where the science is used.
Yes. No, I agree.
So what's coming out of that? Nothing's coming out of that. It's all going towards that.
I'm not saying it's coming out of that. I'm just... When I say branching, I mean it branches from... I'm not saying materials are coming from there. I'm just saying logistically in my mind, they're branching out from the center point, the root, which would be the science hub. I don't know. It's just the way I'm saying it is all.
I don't know. I just worry about, like last time, we had a central hub, and even though we had a lot of things on it, I still think even if we cut that down, the input and output of those trains, I think is just too much for the volume we're trying to do. I think
that's expanding more.
I think a hub like that was fine for like the mall, but I don't know how well it would work.
The hub needs to be farther away from the main base, because that's what we ran into, was kind of like space problems and whatnot. It got too cramped. That's why you need, more than one. You need outer hubs, because we were putting everything into the center from raw all the way, right into the middle of the base, right? No, that needs to go from raw somewhere else. combines, like you're saying, like the 4 raw combined into one manufacturing that refines those materials, and those refined materials then go into the base instead of refining them at the base, which is just then you've got too many different materials. Because we were putting all of our throughput into the middle of the base. It was you need more hubs. We're not fighting. We're having a interesting debate over logistics theories.
I just think our volume is going to be too much for...
I think we're partly saying the same thing.
I think we are to a degree, but... Only science goes to the true center.
Yeah, and that's fine. Because the true center... Because the item making is not in the true center. That's at one of the hubs.
Yes, but I wouldn't want any hubs interacting with any other hubs.
The thing we tried to do last time was we tried to make it to where any item that we needed would be available somewhere for a train to pick up. So if, for example, green science...
It doesn't need to be like that.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be like that. All it needs is for the resources to be stored somewhere. A train go and pick the resources up, and any module can make what it needs its own damn self. And that's the idea, is that you have the centralized, where the iron, the copper, the rock, the coal, the oil, the water, it gets put somewhere. And then anything that needs it can go and grab it.
Yeah.
And then the only thing that gets moved back to the center at that point, because you're going to have 6 sciences and a mall, and those should be the only 7 things that are putting items back onto the train network.
Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like it's still going to be a lot for even that. I could be wrong, but... Especially because of the amount of space you're going to need and how spread out things are going to be. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see.
I just guess we'll have to see.
You got less than 30 seconds on that raid. Anyone who wants to get a last character in? A raid going.
Alright, show me the money.
I got 1 kill.
That's right. I did terrible.
You got 1 kill.
It should really be.
Oh no, I had
should
0
really
kills.
Done by damage, not kills, because it's a horde.
I don't think that actually does anything for you, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you get anything extra for having more kills.
No, you're right.
Let's see.
Did you die?
Me? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You died.
All right, there you go, Scump. You got yourself a healer, apparently.
Now you gotta scroll for your healer. That you probably don't even get from...
Unknown challenge.
Yeah.
What is this? Skeleton busters? Treasure chests.
I like treasure.
I just get myself stuck in the middle. No, I can't do that. I don't know if this is good or bad. Now, start placing your pieces. You got half an hour to place your guys, and then we'll start it up again. Was that a Wilhelm scream? Probably.
How dare they Wilhelm scream?
Alright, let's see. That. Do this. This could be gears. Let's do that. So we're making belts now. What do we need to make undergrounds? Just plates, okay. I got so much ore in my inventory right now. Oh, of course, I'm making these. I need these, and I'm making them. Like, where can I get these? Oh, wow, really? Okay. Okay, so we're making those, and now to make this, I need 40 of those. Oh boy. Two per half second. 4 per second. 5 of them?
5? So big number.
Hey, Manic.
What's going on, man? How you doing, man? Doing all right. Doing all right. $20 minutes left on that next raid.
Oh yeah, look at my thick boy. I got a
Really?
thick boy.
I don't
Really?
know where you are.
I'm talking about the game, not Factorio. No, I'm not talking about Factorio.
Wow, I cannot build enough to keep up with that.
I'm gonna go through my food in the fire. I'll be right back.
Your food is fired. No, that's not. No.
Next time. We'll go next time. The music is just a synthwave mix. I can paste it in the chat for you.
It's a series of vibrations.
We are 11 minutes and 30 seconds in.
I love Factorio. Even if we argued, John, at the end of the day, we both love Factorio, and that's what really matters.
Wow, I'm trying to feed this damn thing gears and I can't feed it fast enough. Holy shit.
It's a hungry hippo out there.
It does fit Factorio very well, yeah. It took you 30 minutes to load the Stream Raider thing? There is a desktop version as well if you don't want to use the browser version, but
It's going to take you an hour to download that. If it took you 30 minutes to load the web-based one.
yeah, I think it's a little clunky maybe, I don't know.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Some time to save.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Man, I'm getting hungry. Alright, let's see. We got red belts, we got undergrounds. Do we have splitters being made? What was that? What just beeped?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Was it the game that beeped?
I didn't hear a beep.
Yeah, I didn't hear nothing. I think I just...
There it was again, yeah.
You have a fire alarm dying?
No, it was definitely in the game. Or something on my computer anyway, one of the two. Little beep beep.
The drones do that when they recharge.
Yeah, I'm not using any drones though, I'm just standing here.
I fear that I do not know the answer.
I guess fast inserters will be my next. Alright, it's gotta be Factorio. No, I think I can only place 1 unit per raid. I'm pretty sure it's Factorio. I'm looking at my mixer. Just waiting for it to beep again. I think it might be the thing that measures whether factories are working or not. Yeah, I think I as a streamer can only place 1. Because I don't get the option to, I don't get like the menu to choose another guy. Yeah, viewers can place 1 every 5. That's correct.
Yeah, but look how big my guy is. He's so big.
I did see that, yeah.
Ultra mega cool guy. It's me.
Big beef man, yeah. This can make inserters. Am I out of inserters? Oh my god. How are we looking on research? Are we running out of things to do?
Not quite yet. We're getting to the expensive things, so they're going kind of slower.
This should help a little bit.
Nice. Brought us back to a reasonable capacity on energy. That's good.
Yeah, using up a 5th of our 6th of our total energy. Got a good capacity. That is once I fix the coal. Not good enough coal.
We only have we can definitely do with more miners down there, so.
That's where I'm going with my miners. Just don't tell anyone. That's bad, okay? There we go. It's looking better now. I'm really happy with this steam engine design that I made.
You know, I don't see the rail loaders and unloaders research or in our craft.
Then the mod's not on. It's mod, yes.
No shit.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I see Farrell. I see cargo. Yeah, I don't see him.
Yeah, it's not in our mod list. Either it didn't download when I clicked it, or it's not compatible with 18. We'll have to check. That's something we can add in later. We'll have to check.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Five minutes left. I kind of wish, like, it cuts people off at that 0 minute. I wish it would let you place up until I hit go. I guess it's for balance reasons, but like, unless you
fill up that entire blue with units.
Yeah, unless you place at exactly the right time to hit that 30 minutes, you're always going to not be able to place the last one, you know what I mean?
Do you know off the top of your head how much fluid can go through a pipe every second?
I thought it was 100 units, but I'm not sure.
Well, I know they hold 100 units, but
Oh, the
that how
flow
many-
rate?
yeah.
I don't
The
know. It all
thing
depends on
is,
how far away it is from a pump.
Well,
Well,
the maximum
not really.
is whatever a pump can push, which a pump 12,000 per second. However, it
Gotcha.
reduces exponentially for every unit of pipe you place.
Not only that, but what you're pumping into also determines how fast it'll move as well. It's
It's like water moves slower than steam.
No, I think all fluids move the same speed.
Okay.
with the same setup.
I'm gonna look it up.
How much could a water pump pump if a water pump could pump water?
24,000 fluid units per minute.
A water pump would pump as much water as a water pump could if a water pump could pump water.
Sounds about right.
Why can I say shit like that, but I just can't talk normally?
We certainly have our fucking army here.
I don't know. Last map we had an army too, and about half of it got wiped out.
I'm gonna start that bounty. Shouldn't change anything except for the listing of the game, but
Hashtag advertisement.
oh yeah. New hashtag sponsored.
Find out more about Stream Raiders.
Yeah, oh yeah. Spent too many points in tongue twisters. You don't have enough left over. There you go.
I mean, you're probably not wrong.
All right, we're pumping like the maximum iron we can squeeze down here. Yeah, we could do this. I never like doing this, but
Alright, my food is done. I will be back somewhere between 1 and 120 seconds.
Interesting.
I want some fucking Wendy's chicken nuggets, to be honest. Nuggies, yeah.
Let's see. This is at 97.9. Theoretically, I could have
Right, Delvin?
about 300 steam engines in a line.
I'm back.
Alright, we got a
Right.
raid. I don't know how these chests work. It might be whoever grabs the chest first. I honestly don't know, but let's see.
Find out.
Yeah, you can fight the chest. I guess they're enemies that you can kill. We all go after the last chest. Alright. One viewer gets 2 warrior monk scrolls. Let's see. The golden. Congrats, man. What do we do with the coins?
You buy units, I think.
So you go
There's
into
a
the store, I think. I have 117 coins.
Store takes a while to load.
You can buy scrolls. Oh god, this is all for cash. I don't want to spend cash. Are these all... They're all streamers, aren't they?
Yeah, that's my guess.
Where's my gear? Where's my gear guy? All right, so yeah, I guess you have to buy scrolls to unlock things. I go into here. What is
I'm
this?
sad my big archer boy didn't do much.
It's a boss level.
Should have saved my super guy for this level.
Yeah, right. All right, well, everyone get your people in. Yeah, half an hour, and then we're going against the boss.
Big boy, boss man. Hoorah.
Big boss.
Snake. Metal Gear Solid 3. You know what I'm referencing, don't you?
Yeah.
Shago who?
Buy more guys. You buy guys in the army section, but you need scrolls and coins. Okay, well, I think I just bought the same guy I had. I don't even know. Did I just waste my money on the same guy I already had?
Classic.
Probably. Oh, well, who knows? What do we got brewing over here? Rails, good.
I heard that beeping, but it was from one of my drones going.
No, it's a different beeping I heard, but yeah, I'm guessing that there's some tomfoolery going on with drones and beeps. You betcha, Mac. Of course, I got iced tea.
You know, the man, 50% of his blood and makeup is iced tea. He will die without iced tea.
Yep, a little bit of peach syrup in there.
Are you a man or a bottle of pure leaf iced tea?
there a difference?
Only on Wednesdays, so you've lucked out.
Oh, this is turning into fucking Spaghetti Town, dude.
Yes, it is.
Yep. What happens when you don't have a plan?
Well, I mean, our plan for our starter base is always no plan, isn't it?
Well, I'm not saying that. Hold on. I'm not saying that we should have had a plan. I'm just saying that's what happened. I'm expanding our grain production by slightly a little bit more.
Grain?
Yes, grain.
That's what I thought you said. I was like, what? Grain? What production?
Green.
Green, okay.
You're colorblind to hearing as well. Whenever someone mentions colors, you can't quite make out which one they're talking about.
Colorblind to hearing.
Yep. Yeah, but we don't make grain in this game. Therefore, what is the closest color to grain?
No one said anything about color. What's going on, Rejects?
Kind of tan.
No, to the word, not the actual item.
Yeah, but how are we supposed to know color? Like, why would we jump to color? I'm just thinking of
Because that's
words
what I was
that rhyme.
talking about, obviously.
Yeah, but we don't know that. That's the whole point. About 20 minutes left on that. The next batch. All right, we got train stops being made.
Nice.
I'm gonna start doing signals too.
Yeah, I haven't signaled anything yet.
Pure green leaf iced tea is probably the closest color to green that tastes. Which obviously made sense.
Green is definitely supposed to be lime every time.
What about green apple? My favorite Jolly Rancher.
No, lime.
More like green asshole. Got him. I'm not a huge fan of green apple, to be honest.
Sorry, I get it. Every once in a while, you have one of those green poop.
Yeah, I think where's the chart that tells you what's wrong with your poop depending on the color of it?
That happens like maybe every 7 years. I'm sure I'd be dead if there was something really wrong.
I feel like
Mikey was asking you, Frey, specifically.
I keep adding more miners onto here, and we keep not getting any ore out of it. No, we're just
See,
maxed
Mac
out.
knows what's up. Mac understands. Some occasions, you just gotta have a green poop.
Yeah, that was green because of the dye in his pancakes, not because something's wrong with him.
Maybe that's why it's green for you. I know you don't eat a lot of green food, John, so it shouldn't be too hard to keep track.
I actually recently stopped asking for no tomatoes and things, so take that.
Good job. That's
Congrats.
Right?
You're a big boy now.
One of these days, I'll get my big boy pants.
Sure, I still ask for no tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes.
You know what? I don't like them either.
Why do you get them on your food then?
Because it's supposed to be healthier for you. I guess I don't.
Vitamin C is healthy for you.
That's just more calories, though.
I guess yeah, but I mean, you're supposed to eat vegetables. They're not terrible, but I'm just not a fan, you know?
I'm not a huge fan myself, but I will still eat tomatoes on most things.
See, I don't like ketchup either.
Yeah, no, ketchup's alright.
It's the opposite of what I just said, but okay. Thank you for agreeing with me and then saying the opposite thing.
I'm not a big fan of ketchup either.
I've made my own mayo ketchup combo, but I haven't had the store brand.
When by you made your own, you mean you mixed them together in a small?
Yes.
Or, yeah, okay. And then you put it on your pizza, right?
No. That music run out? Yeah, it did. Shit. Binaural beats, concentration music, focus music. Oh, there's more to that. Hang on. Background music for studying, study music.
Lo-fi beats to stream/study to. All right, Mystics, you got a big thick lad. Fuck him up.
Got a bagel?
Wish I had a bag.
No, a big thick lad. What did you think I said? Bagel lad? Like he's the bagel man? Copyright? Bagel media?
Isn't the bagel man the dude who got angry? The bagel boss? Remember him?
You know, I'm gonna blame my supposed speech impediment on. I'm eating goldfish, so if you have a problem, please contact Pepperidge Farm. They'll remember me.
That's so
That was
dumb.
funnier than it had a right to be.
3 hours of relaxing smoke alarms to study too. Hey, what's going on, Zot? Yeah, you got the bagels, dude.
Hey,
Howdy,
Zot.
Zot. Zot came in because he wants to play more Fallout 76. Best game ever made, right, Zot? I think your stream title might be a little bit misleading, John. I don't think this is minimum belts.
Yeah, that's true.
Maximum belts right now.
That is true, I guess. Alright, there we go. Ah, thank you, York. Appreciate it, man. Oh, shit, that's not all I'm doing. Alright. I think we're at the part where we need to start doing stuff.
Yeah, I'm working on getting you stations for extra ore input, and then I figure once we can get extra ore input, we do our first teardown and rebuild, and then for our second teardown and rebuild, we'll do the new no belts.
Are we gonna tear down? I just want to do it off to the side of this.
That's up to you.
I feel like we should do it off to the side.
I think we should probably ask Lord Zugzwang. He seems to be an integral part of our base right now.
I've been doing all right. How about you, Morgan?
Oh, that's Mr. Freeman to you?
Mr. Freeman York Morgan? Not sure that's what his name is.
I was more doing a Morgan Freeman joke.
What if we made the new base more here?
I thought you wanted to be close to water. Or are we gonna make the power far away?
The power
Like a
doesn't
separate hub.
doesn't matter. I'm talking about making the new mall, basically.
That's right.
Because I mean, we have uranium down here. We could do power literally right here.
You said this lake wasn't big enough.
It's all right for a starter nukes, but yeah, we'll need to go farther for bigger nukes. Sleepy Sunday, yeah, I hear that. Those hungry Sunday feels too.
You know it. I really should get some like real food, but I don't want to spend any money. Sad times.
10 minutes left until that next raid, if you're interested. There you go. You can hop in, you just gotta find me. You finally made the perfect sourdough? Nice. You gonna make some sandwiches or?
I love sourdough bread. That's my
Sourdough
favorite
is quite
bread. Although,
boy.
what's better, sourdough bread or pretzel bread?
Sourdough pretzel bread.
Ooh. Pretzel bread's great, especially for like burgers and
Burgers,
stuff.
yeah.
I could go for a pretzel bread burger right now.
Too chewy for a sandwich? I think it depends on what you have on your sandwich, but I can see that. I think if you have like some like firmer like meat, you know,
Well, toast it. Just get a little toast on the pretzel bread and it becomes all this chewy.
all toasters, toast.
Oh.
What's going on, AB? How you doing, man?
So, Joe, what do you think these 4 terminals, we have them, but they all take all goods, and we sort them elsewhere?
Absolutely not.
I think that would be more efficient train.
As long as we had full throughput of materials, because as soon as one of them got backed up, it would block everything.
As soon as one of them got backed up. Well, if you're sorting it right, it shouldn't get backed up, right? It's you sort it and it goes somewhere else.
If there's room for it to go somewhere else.
I see what you mean. Well, then we shouldn't be producing more than we need, I guess.
We shouldn't be getting enough resources to fulfill our needs.
To over-fulfill our needs so that it breaks everything else. We should have a higher capacity to produce than we actually do. Have the resources for it, I think, is the way to make it so that we don't clog ourselves.
Yeah, back to Factorio, dude.
So, like, if we're doing 1,000 science a minute, we have the machines to build 1,200 science per minute, but we only have the things to produce 1,000. Then you never get the backup because it's always got somewhere to go. Know what I mean?
I do, but I don't like it.
Oh, yeah? So I think, especially if we're doing a lot of science per minute, and if this is where the mall is going to be,
My counter question / argument to that is if we're building to always pull more than we give,
yeah,
that means inherently what we're feeding is going to be unbalanced somewhere because there's not enough to meet all demand. How do we, at that point, make sure all of our machine is getting a balanced feed to produce what we want it to produce, even though we've got the capacity to build more than what we want? How do we make sure that we're actually getting what we want because all the machines are trying to pull harder than what we're giving it?
I think we could do that with logic. Having overflow, the equivalent of an overflow valve, but instead of it flowing out into the lake, it goes into, there's a gate that has extra machines, so that even if there's overflow, it gets where it needs to go, or it gets to go. It has somewhere to receive it, right? So if we have some sort of logic on a belt, you know, we know exactly how many steel beams need to come down to produce what we're making, right? We know that needs to be 800 a minute, or, you know, however many. If it's going over 800 a minute, open up that gate on the bottom, start up that track, and have it go to some extra, you know, some area that has more production capacity.
Yeah, but then you're counting throughputs for things, and
I'm a big fan of the KISS philosophy, and I just think at that point you're making something complicated that doesn't need to be complicated. Especially since what we're trying to do in itself is complicated. By eventually building this with no belts. Ignore the train stops with a ton of belts.
I mean, yeah.
And besides,
I think part of the problem we ran into last time was just having.
Well, this is all temporary anyway.
That's true.
And
but now is the time to test that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, eventually, things will be only getting the materials it needs to make what it's designed to make. There's not going to be just, you know, a copper stop, a steel stop, just to feed into a mishmash of production, as you know, that's getting made as we research it. Once we've got the research done, this is going to get scrapped and get labeled as the old base ruins for us to walk through every time again and go, remember that 100 hours ago?
Remember when? 3 minutes left.
My other point that I would like to make is, shouldn't we have loading and unloading in the same space for efficiency's sake?
Absolutely not.
Oh yeah? That's not that complicated.
Well, if we're dropping off ore, what is going to load back up?
Well, I thought this was for the mall, so it'd go back to the next hub. It's got to go to the hub.
No, this is just for the
This
next
is
couple
just
hours.
science?
This is just dropping off ore so we can feed the factory we currently have until we get research further.
Fair enough.
Like, this is going to be like 2 iron ore lanes, 2 copper lanes, a stone lane, and a coal lane, I'm imagining, and then probably an oil lane, and maybe a uranium lane. That'll be it for now. And then, like I said, once we get through all our research and we're ready to start on our actual project.
Nix the oil train. We don't need to do trains. We can do pumps. Because we're trying to cut down, right, on you don't need needless taxing on the train network, and that was a problem we had in the last one. Why put an extra train when we can just pipe just as fast?
The problem we had on the last one was the big ass central storage we have, and we had trains that was coming through and trying to grab some iron plate, some copper plate, some greens, and some plastic, and then it'd go through one station and have to loop back through the same station to go into a different siding and pick up that item, then loop back through the same station. It got to the point where we had 40 trains that were trying to loop back around in the same station to pick up crap because it was all in that one centralized location.
No, yeah. But I'm saying in general, you don't need an oil train. Because the pipes aren't like belts; they're fast. You transfer fluids pretty darn fast in this game.
Not when they're over a huge distance.
That's why you have pumps. You can keep a pump every, what was it, 15 blocks or whatever. At the end of the day, that costs about, similar in resources to running a train for a fuel. But fuel doesn't even matter anyways.
Every 15 blocks?
I just threw that out of my ass. I don't know.
Just the rail line I have is, about 1,000 blocks long.
Let me look it up.
I mean, we did the research the last map we played. Pumps, our pipe in general is inherently slow.
The problem is too is we need like 30 pipes worth of stuff to do anything at some point. So we'd need to have like a fleet of pipes moving all around, whereas a train can do a similar job depending on how many trains there are.
It moves mass amounts more efficiently.
I'm going to do the math because I don't know if that's true.
All right, we got a raid ready.
This is going to be a little closer than the other ones, I think.
Yeah, I think we're getting to the
Right,
point
Joe.
where we're getting our asses kicked, so we'll see. Oh, I'm dead. Alright, the boss died. We have the minions to take care of now.
Oh, all my guys are dead, but are dead, but I got 2 kills before.
Nice.
You got some people in there that's got some super high level people.
Viewer gets a berserker. Let's see. H-Man, you got a berserker scroll.
Didn't let me open any chest at the end of that. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you might have to wait until I'm done.
I guess so.
Oh, I got a musketeer scroll out of that.
Got 7
Oh,
shuriken
interesting.
scrolls.
So we went through... Okay, I upgraded my tank.
Oh, interesting.
We went through a map, and now we're on a different map. All right.
Made with Unity.
Place your dudes on the map. You got 30 minutes. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Sound like the one from Dead Cells? Kinda, yeah. Yep. Gotta like reorganize my menu now. I have the bathroom one back.
H-Man, that iron deposit that you were working on mining, did you only run those 2 rows of miners and then quit?
Yeah, I didn't fill it all up. I mean, that's still about 100 miners.
I see you also didn't turn it north to make it better for loading onto the trains.
I turned the output north. It goes to the left and up. Why? What were you thinking?
I was going to go connect it up.
Yeah, you can go finish it real quick. Let me just grab some mats real quick.
All right. Hey, thanks for making it all the way to the end of this video. I know that some of the VODs can get a little bit long, so I do appreciate you sticking around. I'd like to ask real quick if you have a friend or someone close to you who you think would like a clip or a portion or even the whole stream, please feel free to reach out to them and share this with them. I'm always looking for more respectful people to come hang out and have some fun. If you've already done that or want to help me out some other way, feel free to check out the video description for some other ways you can help support me. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.